Well, John, no surprise we're going to reflect on the weekend slightly. Does that performance show you what a week on the training ground can do?
Yeah, I think it's not only the week on the training ground, but an accumulation of everything that the lads have been doing over the past few weeks and taken on board. And thankfully it all came together, especially in the first half, and they thoroughly deserved the 3-0 lead, I thought, going into half time. And the second half wasn't quite as free flowing, and we had to grind it out at times, and to get the fourth was brilliant towards the end. But yeah, certainly, it was a really good reflection, I think, on how well the group has done over the past few weeks and what they're taking on board. And that's the sort of benchmark, particularly in the first 45, that we need to set ourselves.
On to the Bolton game, what will you be looking for from your players?
Well, a continuation of that performance, really, and that's the most important thing. Of course, we'll be looking for a positive result, but the performance is more important, I think, at this stage of certainly my tenure coming in here, and we want to make sure that the boys are, continue the good habits that they seem to have been putting into practice over the past few weeks. And just trying to put on a show for I say a show, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's always free flow attacking football. It's also a good defensive show and being solid and being very organised out of possession as well. So I think that's what we should expect, and those are the sort of standards that we need to hold ourselves to.
It's obviously a quick turnaround. So in terms of team selection, for you, is it about keeping some consistency in terms of personnel or freshening things up?
I think a combination of both, really, with the quick turnaround and the physicality that went into the game on Saturday, and also considering the games that we've got coming up. If we look at the schedule just this week, we have Cambridge away and then Barnsley away, and then there's no let up. It's then Sheffield Wednesday at home, Accrington away, all within the space of a couple of weeks. So we need to make sure we do keep things fresh, but at the same time there's been some excellent performances, and I know as a player what you want to do is try and keep your shirt, and after you've performed well, one of the things with squad rotation sometimes is coming out the side you can lose that confidence or sort of lose the flow that you're in, and so that's an important thing for us, just to make sure we get the combination of both right. We keep the legs fresh, but also the players that played at the weekend are playing with a terrific amount of confidence, and they deserve to keep their places. So that's the kind of conundrum that we've got in the coach's office at the moment. That's what we need to try and balance off.
Bolton, obviously a side in very good form at the moment. What sort of threat do you think they're going to pose?
Yeah, well, they clearly pose an excellent attacking threat. If you look at some of the performances they put in recently, the goal return, they're scoring a lot of goals. I think they put 5 in at Peterborough away, and we know how difficult that was, having come away with nothing from Peterborough. So that's, I think, first and foremost, we know they're an excellent attacking side. We know they've got a lot of options, and also on the back of that, they're very well organised defensively, and they play a good system, which I think Ian Everett's played for a long time with a lot of success. So I think we can expect a really stern test from them, from one of the better sides in the league, if not through the season, but certainly on form. So we know we've got a real good test for the evening.
And just finally, injury news. How's Tom Lowry doing, and the rest of the injured lads as well?
Yeah, there's no real injury news to report of. So Rico Hackett just had a bit of a back injury on Friday. So we're hoping to have him available for selection tomorrow night. And Tom Lowry is, back in full training with us. And as long as there's no adverse reaction to training today, then he will be back available for selection tomorrow night.